Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gold Rush, Rick Ness goes ballistic on Morgan Lauren online. Gold Rush star Rick Ness hasn't started the new season yet, but he is already making headlines. Just hours after his now ex-fiancée Lisa Mary accused Rick of cheating on her at least 6 times, he found himself having an online rant with a member of Team Rally. Why did Rick Ness go ballistic on Morgan Lauren? Moreover, what did his ex-fiancée have to say about Morgan Lauren? Gold Rush fan wants to know if Rick Ness will be back. On Saturday, Gold Rush Season 14 newcomer Morgan Lauren posted on her Facebook page that she is in Canada. While this seemed innocent enough, Rick's ex-fiancée's post accusing him of being addicted to hookers and coke was what fans wanted to talk about. This led to an explosive exchange that wound up deleted. Although Morgan has deleted it, Lisa Mary shared it all on her Instagram page. What exactly transpired? Although this all seems very confusing, it all started with a top fan with a timely question. He asked, "Morgan Lauren, is it true Rick won't be coming back next season?" Lisa Mary said in her post that he has an addiction to coke and prostitution. Morgan's response was, "Jim Nelson trying my best to word this in the most appropriate manner, even if there was a shred of truth in what she has to say. And I'm not saying there is, it's going to be twisted in some fashion. The last person I'd be listening to is her." Basically, the fan was concerned that Rick would not be allowed into Canada or on the Discovery show because of the serious allegations made in Lisa's recent post about her ex-fiancé Rick Ness. In turn, Morgan seemed to downplay anything that Lisa said. This triggered Rick. Morgan Lauren post makes Gold Rush star Rick Ness furious. In a lengthy rant, the Gold Rush star went ballistic on Morgan Lauren. He started his rant with, "There is no way for you to word this in the most appropriate manner, because when you had no actual personal knowledge or first-hand experience of something, literally anything you try and say about it is going to be inappropriate." He then continued to tell her that you've overstepped your boundaries into areas where you don't belong and aren't welcome. You are then answering questions about things as if you are, and that is the problem. He went on to talk about how she has set up her social media to answer questions like you know every little detail about every little thing involving this business. He then pointed out how she only worked 1 season. Lastly, he wrote, "I think you may have forgotten the one thing that I asked from you in return for this opportunity. I said, do not become a problem, and that is all I've seen." Although this entire exchange was deleted, Morgan did answer one fan who asked if she would be back next season. Her response seemed tepid. "Michael Bishop not sure what the plan is as of yet for returning to the show, but I'll be mining one way or another." Did Rick Ness fire Morgan? We don't have any evidence of this, but it does seem that although she is ready to work, she is not sure what her situation is. However, she seems determined to be mining this season. But will Morgan Lauren be back on the Discovery series? That remains to be seen. Lisa Mary felt disrespected by Morgan Lauren. As previously mentioned, the former fiancée of Gold Rush star Rick Ness, Lisa Mary, posted this entire exchange. In addition, she posted a lengthy statement on how she tried to respond to Morgan Lauren's statement, but she was blocked. In addition, she blocked Rick. That seems to indicate that there is little or no chance Amanda is returning to Team Rally. Moreover, it certainly sounds like this animosity has been going on for quite some time. However, it all looks very complicated. It seems odd that Rick would explode at Morgan Lauren for her statement that will not affect his position on Discovery. Meanwhile, he seemed to defend his ex-fiancée in this situation, despite making some pretty serious accusations that could prevent him from returning to Canada or Discovery. The early morning sun glinted off the endless stretches of permafrost, casting long shadows over the rugged terrain of the Yukon. Gold Rush had entered its 12th season, and tensions were higher than ever. The race for gold had become a race against each other, and at the center of it all was Rick Ness. Rick Ness was a seasoned miner, known for his bullish determination and unyielding work ethic. Over the years, he had become a fan favorite, his highs and lows mirrored in the hearts of millions who tuned in weekly. This season, however, something was different. Rumors had swirled about new competition, and the arrival of Morgan Lauren, a young and ambitious miner, had set the stage for one of the most explosive confrontations in gold rush history. Morgan Lauren was no stranger to the game. Despite her youth, she possessed an innate talent for finding gold and an even sharper talent for making enemies. Her rise to fame had been meteoric, and her presence in the Yukon had been like a jolt of electricity through the mining community. Some admired her audacity, others, like Rick, saw her as an interloper in an already brutal competition. The clash between Rick Ness and Morgan Lauren had been brewing for weeks, a tempest waiting to break. It began with subtle jabs and interviews, escalated to confrontations on the mining site, and finally erupted online in a way that no one could have anticipated. It all started with a single tweet. Morgan Lauren had posted a picture of her latest haul, a substantial pile of gold nuggets gleaming in the sunlight. The caption read, "While some are busy playing in the dirt, real miners are striking gold. #GoldRush #winning." Rick Ness, never one to back down from a challenge, saw the tweet and his blood boiled. To him, it was a direct shot at his team and his work. He had been struggling with equipment failures, poor weather, and low yields, but he had never let those setbacks define him. Morgan's tweet felt like a personal attack, a taunt that he couldn't ignore. Within minutes, Rick fired back. "Real miners respect the grind, not just the gold. Talk to me when you faced a real challenge. #GoldRush #respect the grind." The Twitterverse exploded. Fans from both camps took sides, some praising Morgan's boldness, others applauding Rick's resilience. The online feud spiraled, with each tweet adding fuel to the fire. Morgan responded almost immediately. "Challenges. Try being a woman in this industry, Rick. I've faced more than you can imagine. #GoldRush #breaking barriers." Rick's fingers hovered over his keyboard. He wanted to scream, to throw his phone, but instead, he composed a measured response. "Respect to that, Morgan. But gold doesn't care about gender. It cares about who's willing to bleed for it. #GoldRush #equal ground." For a moment, it seemed like the tension might subside, but the reprieve was short-lived. That evening, Morgan went live on Instagram, and what followed was a diatribe that would echo across the mining community for days. "Look, Rick Ness is a legend, no doubt," she began, pacing in front of the camera, the firelight casting shadows on her determined face. "But legends can become outdated. This is a new era, and it's about time some of the old guard step aside for the new wave." The comment section exploded, with viewers pouring in their thoughts, many supporting Morgan, others staunchly defending Rick. But the most shocking moment came when Rick himself joined the live stream. "You talk a big game, Morgan." His voice came through clear and sharp, "but you have no idea what it means to lead a team through hell and come out the other side." Morgan's eyes flashed with anger. "And you have no idea what it means to have to fight every single day to be taken seriously. I respect what you've done, Rick, but don't you dare diminish what I've accomplished." Their argument continued, raw and unfiltered, for all the world to see. Both laid bare their frustrations, their challenges, their triumphs, and their failures. It was a battle not just of words, but of wills, a testament to the unyielding spirit of those who sought gold in the unforgiving Yukon. By the time the stream ended, both were exhausted. The world had witnessed not just a clash of egos, but a confrontation that highlighted the deeper issues within the mining industry: gender dynamics, generational shifts, and the relentless drive for success that defined Gold Rush. In the days that followed, the internet buzzed with analyses and opinions. Some hailed Morgan as a brave voice for a new generation, while others doubled down in their support for Rick, the stalwart veteran. Yet, amid the controversy, something remarkable happened. Rick and Morgan's heated exchange led to a grudging respect. They recognized in each other the same unbreakable will, the same passion for the hunt, and the same love for the game. Weeks later, the two appeared together in a joint interview. The animosity had given way to a tentative camaraderie. Rick, ever the gruff veteran, acknowledged Morgan's tenacity. "She's got guts, I'll give her that," he said with a half-smile. Morgan, for her part, admitted, "Rick taught me that respect is earned, not given, and he's earned mine." The feud had been explosive, but it ultimately forged an unexpected alliance. The gold rush was never just about the gold, it was about the people, the challenges they faced, and the respect they earned. Rick Ness and Morgan Lauren, two fierce competitors, had found common ground in the Yukon's unforgiving landscape. And so, the gold rush continued, as it always had, with old legends and new challengers, bound together by their relentless pursuit of the precious metal that drove them to the edge and back.